Hello there. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? I'm realizing I forgot. I didn't really think about charging my controller, so I'm going to get this set up just in case we need it. There we go. That should be good now. And we're gonna pull up this, and we're gonna do this. Hi. Hello. How are you? Well, that's loading up. Oh, that can't be right. Huh? No. Huh? There we go. Apologies. Doing some stuff that should be doing other times. It's Okay. That should work for now. That should be enough for now, messing with it. Should have. Ta-da! And that should be the correct link. I just pulled it from my page. I do that. Hey. Excellent. Excellent. Fantastic. Did my controller immediately turn off? Let's just plug it in. Let's just avoid all of the headache. Just plug it in and go ahead and play. We are ending the losing streak today. We're getting some wins. I'm not completely over it, but I am over being undefeated. So hopefully that helps me out moving forward mentally, getting my head in the game. Because as Troy Bolton said, gotta get your head in the game. After the liberation rite, you find Pamitha drinking alone. Everyone else seems to be off doing something equivalent. You're about to leave, but when she looks up... You are about to leave her be when she looks up at you. That's that then, reader darling. Mission accomplished. Is that what you wish to hear? That my loyalties have all this time rested with Tamitha? You know that it's not that simple. Besides, I think I've made my intentions from the start. I'm here because of her. She looks up at you then. But I'm still here because of you. She pauses again for a time. Don't know the reason. I don't know the reasons why we failed that liberation, right? Were the essence simply superior to us, perhaps? But I don't wish to know. I know why. Because not even halfway through the rite, they decided that they could just start right next to the orb. And, as you can probably detect here, darling, I feel no joy in this outcome. But I feel as though a part of me was liberated there, along with Tamitha. So, and I realize this may make little sense right now, but thanks, if nothing else, for being there to help me see this through.
She then gestures towards you with her bottle. She's going through a lot and probably could use some company. Seems best to let Tamitha confront her feelings on her own.
We'll sit with her.
You accept the bottle, and the two of you drink in silence for a time. Nothing more needs to be said. As the hour grows very late, you excuse yourself and leave her to her thoughts. If Tamitha ever was conflicted in her intentions, you sense that now she is fully committed to the group. There's nothing else to strive for.
We have but few such liberation rites remaining. Exactly how many I do not wish to speculate about as yet, until such time as we can better say for certain. Under no circumstances would I suggest this is ideal. However, it is an opportunity enough that our plan may as yet succeed. Although, all these setbacks, I fear.
Wilfred trails off and falls silent. Some of the others exchange looks. They are beginning to understand. With the rite soon ending, everything which Wilfred has sought, both on his own for many years, and now with all of you, all of it may be in vain. The hush spreads to the others. But not to you. You then proceed to do something that none of them seem to expect. You raise your voice. Each of your fellow exiles turns to you, and their expressions asking you a question with no easy answer. What are we going to do? As you meet Jadaria's gaze, the words for the occasion begin to crystallize in your mind. You're searching to find the right words, as all your fellow exiles are looking to you now. You tell them that you all have stood together time after time throughout this quest and are now poised to seize upon a glorious opportunity.
I'm trying to consider a different way to put this.
Tell them together time after time throughout this quest are now poised to seize upon a glorious opportunity. But tell them you're not going to mince words with anyone here, because by now each of you knows each other well. Tell them that you all have struggled to have come this far across the downside through many challenges which you have faced. All stood together time after time throughout this quest, and are now poised to seize upon a glorious opportunity. That one. It is clear now that not all of you are going to return. Surely this has weighed heavily on everyone. Path to freedom still is laid bare before all. True freedom is not waiting for you in the Commonwealth. None of you pursue this quest with any guarantees. It is a quest you all knew was unlikely to end well. This one. Meanwhile, the stars themselves are shining on you. All of what transpired cannot be mere chance. You all now have a divine duty to uphold. Rules already in upheaval. You have unfinished business to conduct. You have to resist the forces that would crush you. But something far more vital is at stake. You see the imminent conclusion of the rites as a sign. It is a sign that the world is changing. Oh, it's a sign that the scribes are watching. The disappearance of the stars above can be no accident. You now have this opportunity to live with purpose for your people, for all those who shall live on. You all stand poised to ensure the world you leave behind for your loved ones. Now is the time to stand and fight the forces that oppose you. For each other, for your own sake, for each other. It's a world worth living in. You all stand poised to ensure that the world you leave behind for your loved ones, for each other, is a world worth living in. Is Vamatha not like that? If you can believe any of this, then believe above all in each other. Believe that the plan may yet be achieved. You can see the merit in this quest. If you look at it that way, if you can believe any of this, and trust what your heart is telling you. Believe that the plan may yet be achieved. Trust that you may yet prevail together. After a brief period of reflection, you share one last sentiment with the group. Let us stand together now and always. You join each other in silence. Mere distance cannot separate our spirits. Stars have not vanished. They have joined us. Let us bring about the harmony envisioned by the scribes. People of the Commonwealth need us as we need one another. Let us stand now together and always. Thus do you remain together with your thoughts. No one speaks for a time, but then... the struggle you describe, O Master Reader, it has been glorious indeed. Wherever we shall lead, this night shall follow without stopping even once to think. Thou wouldst dare to change this ancient world, reading one, and yet thy words are tinged with certain truths. Skriha. Oh, I need to look up a Tizo sound. Wait. Tizo vows to stand with you no matter where your quest shall lead. May long the stars remain a light for you, reader. All the while, Wilfred remains watching you intently. Then his expression softens, and he smiles. You are right, of course, my kin. We are the Nightwings. It is precisely as you said. Let us stand together, now and always. Lead us then, reader, to the end of our quest, and the dawn of the new age for all our kin. Everyone, for the Nightwings! Everyone responds in kind. They stand with you no matter what. They await the outcome of your vision of the stars, which burn with renewed fury, because now the last rites beckon. The last rites? Stars above now burn with what appears to be a desperate fury. Many more of them than usual. Okay, hold on. Before I forget. Pyre Tizo sound effect. Keep that for... Choose among a myriad of stars. Four. 5. The stars of the 8 scribes, they shine together now as one. The minstrel draws breath, as though surprised by what he sees. He backs away and averts his eyes. This is another sign the rites are soon to cease. Few chances yet remain to confront the adversaries you have met during your journey. Oh my gosh, I just now noticed. It gives you a preview of the map you're going to go to. I'm a fool. The Tempers. Dissidence. Chastity. Accusers. I don't really want to take on the accusers. Could take on the dissidents. Listen to some rock music. Let's do that. One moment.
Very well, then, reader. Once more you shall face Barker at the Dissidents, when next the stars align. You may set course for the spring of Yomir at dawn. For now, please get some rest in the remaining dark of night.
Who wants to talk to me? You? Hello, my kin. Tizo and I were just reminiscing on old times. Making a mess. Tizo is happy to have Wolfred back among the Nightwings once again. Thank you, Tizo. I'm happy to be back among the Nightwings as well. Though you understand why we are forced to be apart for so long, don't you? Tizo indicates he understands full well. I trust that Tariq provided some good company and song during the intervening time. Tizo confirms he did enjoy traveling along the Lone Minstrel for some time. And that he is right on cue.
Something I can do for you, Wolfred, sir?
Wolfred laughs warmly at this. No, Tariq. We are well enough for now. Tizo and I. We are just remembering the time when we first met, the three of us.
Tizo was rather apprehensive then, as I recall.
He was merely being circumspect, I'm sure. Tizo has the sharpest instincts of us all.
But the bite he gave to you, sir, it left a permanent impression, did it not?
It did indeed. I consider it a mark of friendship. May it stay with me for all my days. It's a good reminder that despite the challenges we faced together in this past, my time among the Nightwings has been extraordinary.
Likewise can I say the same, sir.
Tizo shares the sentiment as well. Wilfred turns to you. I should apologize, my kin. Here we are talking of a history you do not share. Believe me when I say we're skipping over many of the bad parts. What I mean is, it isn't my intention to exclude you as we wax nostalgic. The Nightwings that you know, we are a strange assortment, are we not? Those of us who share some kinship from the past, suppose we cannot help but seek some warmth in it. But it should not be to the exclusion of the friendships that we forge right now. So please, why don't you join us for a bit? Together, you, Wolfred, Tizo, and the Lone Minstrel talk a while about the times gone by. The three of them are pleased to be back in each other's company again. Having grown close through shared experience in the past, just the same, they have welcomed you into the group. In spite of the hardships you have faced, some of these idle moments that you share together may one day form memories you think back on with fondness. Soon the conversation winds down, though it lifted all of your spirits for a while. Onworth.
Fallen Empire of Sar has ruled according to an ancient bloodline thought to be infallible. Our society shall instead be by those who earn the privilege. We, the Eight, we cannot bear the burden of determining your worth. It shall be determined by your peers and by you yourself. You shall provide a framing through the rites to put you to the test against yourselves, against your kin, against your adversaries. The downside cannot let us all go free. As freedom to the worthy. As the worthy, your true calling then begins as you return to a society which longs to learn the wisdom that you have gained along the path. Worthy shall lead.
Continue your journey. There's no time now to return to Moonlight Alcove as before. As the stars already urged you on, everyone is ready to make haste to the spring of Yomir. Excellent. Wilfred approaches you as you fly above his hidden lair at the Moonlight Alcove. Cannot help but wonder if you shall ever return there. Our dear alcove. I've asked my agents to break down the place. It soon shall be gone, if it isn't already. We shall not be returning. We've not the time to do so anyway, and with Orlek back among the living now, and no longer fond of me, I dare not think what he would do with it. Unfortunately, hiding places are of little value once they're found. Once all of this is over, those of us who do not manage to return, we shall have to find another place to live. Try to live at least.
Zoom in and zoom in. Oh.
Bertrude slithers up to you as the black one passes through the skies above her former abode. Our kind who look below, they would scarce believe we saw above them now. We told them when Sandalwood came to fetch us, but we shall not return for some time. Our most accomplished laborers, with whom we shared so many moons in exile, we trust that they shall carry forth the reputation of our services, for we taught them all we know. She seems almost nostalgic as she lists off the various services provided at Big Bertrude's. Curses, balms, potions, powders, cleaning reagents, sleep medicines, fungicides, seances. Big Bertrude's earned quite a name for itself throughout the downside, but these and other things. We are finished here, provided we do not return from whence we came. We shall return to our establishment and carry on our business there, for there is much demand.
Didn't realize how much south this is. The spring of Yomir has always flown forth from the crushed carapace of Biolanthius, legend of whose demise is a rather sordid tale. Perhaps you have already read it in the book. Not all believe the book exists, of course, nor the great titans, nor the rites. I have encountered exiles believing that this titan perished quite by accident, rather than by a cunning trap laid for it by Yomir Manymane. They took the titan for a common beast. Perhaps the stars shine down upon out-of-the-way locales such as this one to ensure that they alone shall witness the proceedings. Oh my gosh. Alkenron may be passing through here with a special offer. Bertrude believes she can find alchemical reagents she requires along this route. Let's do that.
Touchdown in the heart of Yomir Valley, where first you faced the Fate and the Dissidents. Briefly wonder where they might be now and how they fare. You now have a little time before having to set forth by land.
Well, we know where the dissidents are. They're heading here.
Bogwitch Bertrude knows much of the things growing unseen through the land, including things residing here, within the rocky pathways of Fallflat.
Is that Ron's sound anyway? His soundtrack?
We have made note of thy willing assistance. Come along then, reading one. Why she requests your company in such excursions, only she can say. Yet she does no such thing. She instead directs you to collect the foul ingredients she seeks. The reagents seem to disappear into her robes, and you return in silence. Later, you note a new talisman has appeared among the group's possessions, bearing Bertrude's unmistakable mark.
While Bear's Pyre has more fire than the adversaries, Bear deals bonus 4 damage.
You approach Bertrude just as she finished polishing the various bottles, flasks, and vials that your fellow exiled have collected during your travels to the downside. The evidence of thy travels, how brazenly ye put them on display. Ye tempt these lands to swallow ye. She lets out a long breath. Nonetheless, these trinkets stir our memories, not merely of these lands, but of the country whence we came. Know, reading one, that we are here because of Sandalwood. We met him long ago within the southern bogs. He offered many courtesies, and in exchange we found agreeable. We sought then certain reagents necessary to our studies of the heavens and the earth, and we knew where to procure them. He knew where to procure them. In exchange, we were to boil for him our finest inks, a certain recipe, notorious yet secret. Its stain could never be removed, but the Commonwealth misliked it. 'Twas then we first began collecting samples of our regions of the downside, for Sandalwood was ever true to his word. Long had we studied this accursed place, Black Basin, the chaos of the deathless tempest. The richness of the bogs of Flagging Hand. Lands so far away, and yet they called to us. If molten Millith was able to traverse the downside in its entirety an age ago, then surely 'twas not beyond reckoning that we could do the same. Furthermore... But she hesitates. It matters not, reading one. Thou hast indulged our tales long enough for now. She slithers away without further explanation. She seems reluctant to discuss the circumstances of her past with Wolfred, yet you sense that she is here by choice. Yomio Valley. The downside, Pyre, first appears serene. It is not. The soil here that accommodates only the region's brutish native vines and overbrush. The most likely food sources proved poisonous. Thus we journeyed further north. The climate there grew fouler to my senses, though the Yomio found it amenable even. This sprawling city, pocked with long evaporated lakes, gives evidence to the monstrosities which roamed this land. We found the region's western edge to be more pleasant on the whole. Therein we found sources of fresh water, whereas over to the east we found the edge of the land's most hideous decay.
Continue your journey. Yes, I would like to go to the Spring of Yomia to conduct the rites. And we broke down. Halt, everyone. I beg you please forgive my rudeness here.
Black Wagon has shuttled to a stop en route to the Spring of Yomia. There is some commotion as the lone minstrel motions for everyone to be still.
Someone is here, along our path ahead.
He points into the distance. However, when you scan the horizon, everything is still. You see no sign of whomever the lone minstrel referred to. Still, he indicates caution.
Strange. I do not believe I was mistaken.
A tense moment passes, then another. Then the lone minstrel tenses up.
Our guest. He is there.
You look toward where he signals, and then, at last, you see the cause of his concern. There's no mistaking who it is. Orlek stands there, near motionless, atop some forgotten rock jutting from the desolate sprawl, a fair distance away. Stands directly on the path of your black wagon. Yet he shows no sign of acknowledging the wagon's presence. He appears only to be waiting for something, likely for you all. The lone minstrel gets your attention, quietly.
Reader, what do your senses tell you at this time? Orlek may have come with an intent.
Orlek stands in your path. What shall you do? You have a right to get to. Orlek may wish to stand in the way, but he can be made to move. Confrontation outside the bounds of the rites is forbidden. Orlek ought to be avoided. Orlek may be here to talk. If you reach out to him, perhaps you can communicate in peace.
I would like to try that option. I know it's not going to go well, but I would like to try that option.
There has to be a way to reason with Orlek and bridge differences between him and his former triumvirate. Perhaps he has come to negotiate.
Perhaps you are correct. Let us try and make contact with him then, as we proceed.
Give the signal for the drive limbs to start the wagon and head towards him, just as you reach the point where Orlek once stood.
It seems our guest has already departed. Let us remain watchful as we proceed on course.
Indeed, Orlek is nowhere to be found now. The unnerving encounter causes everyone to fall silent for the remainder of the trip.
Creepy.
Your wagon finally arrives at the Spring of Yomia, where still there is no sign of Orlek, or your next adversaries for that matter. Your companions organize a quick search about the premises, leaving you to watch the wagon until the rite's commencement. And this is when Orlek arrives. Yep. Something is wrong. Someone is here, alone with you.
Oh. It's closed. How interesting.
Orlek seems to be examining various objects in the wagon. Whether he has noticed you, you cannot tell. What he is doing here, and how he got in unnoticed, you cannot imagine. We watch him go about whatever he is doing, examining all sorts of things that you and your fellow exiles gathered on your journey. He shakes his head. All of these trinkets. This wagon is most different now. Welcoming, and yet I am unwelcome here, it seems. In my own wagon. He directs his gaze at you, acknowledging your presence for the first time. You, a mere shadow. Tell me something. Who are you to them? Say you are their reader. Relationship to the band has grown to become more than just your role in the rites. Say you are no one. Say you are nothing. I am their friend. You tell Orlek that you have traveled all across the downside with this group and count them as your trusted friends. It's a different group now than in his day. A friend, is it? Beware then, for the Nightwings do not always treat their friends with all due charity. Relay to them a message from me, Shadow. Tell them I shall have my night. He strides right past you toward the door, and then he turns to you once more. I shall have my night. Then Orlek is gone.
Cool. Nice.
Chlorian Hundredbines, the scholar, the Spring of Yomia. I oftentimes think the carapace of Hive Titan Biolanthius shall have an everlasting blemish on an almost splendid bit of land. But Yomior, in his brashness, felled the monster with a sudden flare. Then the moon shone through the ridges of the massive carapace and shined upon the pool-licking ichor, turning it into the freshest nectar ever to be tasted. The spring shall flow eternally, and those who walk within it shall experience the resplendent glory of the land. The stars begin to fall there in the spring with regularity, and we know how soon again that they shall do so. And we wish for you to see this for yourself. Indeed we do. Several of your companions return as you exit the wagon. You explain what happened. However, none of them saw Orlek.
Most concerning, reader, though. I am thankful you are well. Orlek, he always was a peaceful individual, and yet his disposition is much different now. Perhaps he had best inspect the wagon for any signs of tampering in light of these events.
You and the others conduct an exhaustive search in and around the Black Wagon for any signs of objects missing or tampered with, as well as signs of damage or foul play. The search yields nothing. No one finds any sign that anything was moved or tampered with. Even the drive imps seem calm. The incident leaves you questioning your own recollection of what happened. Try to clear your mind, for the rite is now soon to commence. But first we must visit Ron. Hey, you guys, Daddy, he doesn't like talking much, but don't get weirded out by that or nothing, because I think he likes you. Especially if you keep buying stuff.
Mayor's Triumvirate as banished adversaries are slowed and cannot use abilities. That sounds pretty nice. However, I do not have the coin for it this day. I don't think I'm going to use that one. Probably give that one to Pamatha. Oh boy, a whopping 14 gold. I have the rings. I have these things that... No, not this thing. Through blast pierces through solid object. Oh yes, you are getting that for certain. Banished ally has a chance to instantly return. I want to get rid of these things, but I cannot. Alas. Yeah, there's no you guys, so bye.
Once more, you've returned to the Spring of Yomior, and your companions stand ready beneath the still night sky, waiting the commencement of the rites. You overhear some of their words to one another as you await the signal of the stars.
Our adversaries are to be the dissonance, then. Let's make short work of them, then.
Just then you observe a glint of starlight that begins to shine above, and your companions soon fall silent. Goodness it is. adversaries grasp the orb, their orders shall slowly shrink rather than vanish.
Ah. You know what? Let's just go for a bit. Let's just try and rock it like this for a little bit. Get back into the swing of things. Get back into the groove, as it were.
Ah, the infamous Reader returns,
Hi.
along with their remaining retinue of miscreants.
What is your deal,
Too
dude?
bad you failed to rid yourself of yet another one last time. Your
Jeez.
adversaries, the dissidents. As with you, they must be very desperate for their freedom.
Calm down,
They
dude.
shall not make it any easier from here.
I didn't expect them to.
Now that, mates, looks like we're gonna have to take this one a little serious this time. That's right, because they ain't got Greentail clogging up their ranks no more. He's back home now with his dear old mom, where he belongs. By the time you Nightwings dump that little deadbeat, gotta have some standards after all. Just the same, we're gonna stomp you to the ground. Get ready.
Here we go.
Choose now your band of traitors.
Calm down there, my friend. Pretty sure I want that one on you. However, yeah, these can like go away. Versus an adversary and vanished ally has a chance to instantly return. Let's do that actually. That's right. Carrying the orb. Yeah, we'll do that one.
Volfred.
Baroshta. Who shall also come along? I think it shall be you. And what shall you take with you? Actually, this slot shall be Bertrude. You have that. Let's give you yours, actually.
Bertrude.
And then let's bring Shay along, and she shall bring along quickness and hope. Bounce off objects and solid surfaces. Let's give you this, actually.
Shay.
Okay, I think I am ready. An itching for another goal. Let's have it, mates. Down to shreds.
Yeah. Ah. Come on.
What happened there?
I got stuck. That's what happened there. Yep. Yep.
You have it?
Okay. That's all right. That's okay. Oh, come on. Oh, my gosh.
So close.
Oh, gosh. Speaking of so close. I jumped. Oh, my gosh. there time limits on any of these? Oh my gosh.
Engulfed within the order. Your
Finally.
adversary's pyre is the first to
Jeez.
falter.
I gave you that one, mate. Come on, let's see you try that stunning king.
The orb is loose. Oh,
Can't really.
engulfed within the order.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Alas,
Okay, man. That goes really fast. Ah,
you left yourselves wide open.
kind of, yeah.
The Nightwing seem to be falling behind. Shay plunged into the pyre.
We're not falling behind. We got this. Got
Your
this right.
adversary's pyre now falls short of yours. Oh,
Okay.
that boy, Barker. In the name of Zoe
Okay. Bircher dealt 200 damage.
the orb.
Oh my gosh, she jumped over it. That was so scary. Come on now.
Now go
Almost
on just
there.
once more. Be gone.
Oh.
Someone there rose to the occasion.
Oh. I got stuck. That is so rude.
Yes. And it is done.
Jeez.
The Nightwings prevail. A perfectly agreeable performance overall.
Thank you. Thank you. I was very agreeable with that.
It's complete.
I think you're better than us because you beat us fair and square here. Is that it? Yeah. You should got me blood to boil a bit.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes. She now stands closer to the scribes, the little moon-touched girl.
I feel so overwhelmed, I think, because the scribes, I think they speak to me and lift me up whenever I begin to think that I'm about to fall. Jumps and power jumps further than usual. I completely forgot about power jumps and everything. I think I want that slowing them. The orb sprints and jumps without. I think I want that one. Vanished while jumping. Getting that one would be really nice. I think I'm gonna try again for that. Still not a level up? Dang, dude. Oh, come on, Bertrude.
Be gone now from my sight.
Okay. Probably a good time for a break anyway. So we're gonna do that. Have ourselves a bit of a break time. Everyone's gathering. But I'm going to take a break, get up, stretch, use the bathroom, get some more water, do whatever it is you gotta do. And we will be back momentarily. See you soon.
Journey began on a barren waste where the reader arrived, afraid and alone. true to the end.
Whenever I come back and there's a song in a soundtrack with lyrics, I always feel bad about pausing it or stopping it. It's like right in the middle of it, too. It's not even in the middle of it. It's like a third into the song. So I feel bad. But I'll start the song over, and we'll start with that one on the next break. Because I'm back. Hello. Eventually, I shall return, I promise. If not, I've been thinking about trying to set up some sort of like PNG tuber or something. Kind of having it run it in the background or something maybe. For this kind of instance when my camera decides that it doesn't want to load. For whatever reason. Hey, there I am. Just took a little bit to wake up.
Back at the Black Wagon, you find the lone minstrel examining your fellow exiles after they vanquished the dissidents rather soundly. It is plain to you that none of them look well.
What? These are the 3 that I just took with me.
Lone minstrel notices you there and turns to you.
Rita, the faster turning of the cycle of the rites has put a strain on everyone. We have multiple cases of banishment sickness this time. I need to plan out... Oh my gosh, but I don't know when the liberation rite is going to come up. It's fortunate that you have other companions... that your other companions are available to conduct the coming rite, because I fear this group here requires rest.
You bid Volfred a swift recovery, and he nods weakly in response. You exchange a look with Shay, who seems exhausted after the last rite. As for Bertrude, it is clear to you she wishes to be left alone right now. You leave the lone minstrel to look after them, and turn your attention to the stars that remain shining in the dark outside. Oh, stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward.
We're not doing goal, right? That's the one we go to and lose. Oh, it's not. It's not. Want to know against the fate. Tempers. Or the accusers. It's going to be one of these 2. Let's take on the Tempers, I think. 11 and 6. Dang. They're pretty good. I lost 6 games. That is so frustrating. 20 rights so far. Oh, I could have just read that. 20 rights and only 2 exiles liberated. Four liberation rites conducted, 2 exiles free. Rights until next liberation. Okay. Sealing the deal here. We're doing the Tempers because then we'll do the Fate after the next one. Or I could take on the Fate now. To test them out a little bit further. No. I won't be able to face him twice anyway. Again, we are to face the demon Ignatius and his brutes the Tempers. He is living proof of how the rites favor raw strength of will and body.
Wilfred then offers you such details as he knows of your next adversary. Ignatius, long-time resident of the Downside, as evidenced by his appearance. The strongest of the Tempers, he has waited years to earn his freedom. Born to a middling Commonwealth family, he got into trouble early and often, but found his calling in the Commonwealth's not entirely legal red light district. There he took many jobs, most involving his sheer size. Most noticeably he was a bouncer at the Starry Eight, where he came to symbolize its reputation. Infamous tavern in the Commonwealth. It's widely believed the Commonwealth officials sometimes showed up incognito here to blow off steam. One day, a particularly belligerent guest got under his skin, so he gave him a tremendous thrashing. The club clientele all gave a cheer. However, his guest turned out to be a wealthy chamberlain, who then exploited his connections to have Ignatius arrested and exiled. This was 14 years ago. In the downside, Ignatius dropped his given name, as is sometimes the custom, and survived alone throughout the tenacity and strength. In time, he drew the notice of the Tempers, who revealed to him the rights, recruiting him into their ranks, and let him work his way up. Now, at last, it is his turn. Ignatius struggles to return to a place that wants nothing to do with somebody like him. He should never have been exiled. Anyway, Reckon, I'm off to rest. Wish a good night to Wolfred. Your travels shall continue at first light.
Let's go. Take off. And we fly. That was so speedy. I'd find something of value. You should be able to pursue your vocations. Hamatha wants to go here. Yes, Sprout. Funny kicks, funny kicks, funny kicks, and a really quick kicks. I'm taking Pamatha on this next one, so.
Together with Pamatha, you venture forth into the fetid swamps of Fallowfield to ensure the path is clear and check for anything of value.
I don't think I'll ever get used to all this traveling by land.
You sense Pamatha's spirits lightened to some extent. The survey is brief and uneventful, leaving you with time enough to pursue your vocations on your return.
Oh, cool. Do it anyway.
You find Pamatha by herself again, though her expression is grown darker than her custom.
Leave me be, would you, reader darling? Trying to get some good and proper moping done here, and you're distracting me. Leave me be, reader. Just leave me be, reader. Just leave me be. You don't want to know what's lurking in my heart or mind. What you'll find there isn't pretty.
It's something about her thought process is different to you now. You know that with her conditioning, she can resist your scrutiny, but now her thoughts are laid bare to you.
I mean, I want to, but I'll leave her be.
Some of the thoughts are her own business. The fleeting connection between you soon is severed.
Thoughts are loathsome things, reader. It's difficult to know how best to hide them. Mine are plain enough for you to see by now.
She exiles and looks askance.
You know by now I am in this mess with all of you. You could say I lacked Tamitha's sense of commitment, her zeal. She lives only to see her nation overthrown. She lives only to see her nation overthrown. Or something worse, if she could have it her way. Centuries of conflict can be quite emboldening that way, especially when one's sister's leading cause of death is Commonwealth forged steel. Wielding with the utmost of mercy, of course. Well, I had little patience for the senselessness of it myself. I'm a bit of a pariah, I suppose. I knew Tamitha was going to get herself and others killed someday, so when she was to fly out on this one big mission of hers, I had other arrangements made. But after she was caught, our people did not exactly uphold their end of the bargain. I knew there were such risks, of course, and yet a chance is still a chance. Tamitha was clipped and cast down, a mercy they call it. I did not see it that way, and in my growing protests of her treatment, I was soon enough to follow.
She was silent for a while.
I haven't yet decided if I entirely regret my actions, but I do seek Tamitha's forgiveness and wish that she could see my thoughts for what they are, as it seems you can. Then she might realize our nation's people have much more in common than she knows. Sometimes I wonder which of them's the stupider.
She rushes past you and out of the wagon for now.
Alright then.
Who to Mendor? Pamatha, perhaps? Pamatha it is.
Fine then, let's chat together for a spell.
You and Pamitha spend some time reviewing some of the specific aspects of the rites, such as the properties of the aura. You sense she gained something from it.
Hey. Good a time as any to say thanks for having me along on this strange little journey I've used your reading, darling. My reading is awful. Means +4 quickness, presence, and hope, making her better all around. Switches places. Dash ability in rapid succession, and for less stamina. Yeah. Hadn't thought of it quite that way, Rita, darling. Well, you do now. Bro, those are not for you.
You are nothing, reader. Nothing but a mindless simpleton. Your every action is a stain upon the legacy of the 8 scribes. The rites have been a long-held secret to keep out those such as you.
Alright then. Wake from what little sleep you managed the past night. Once more, the voice tormented you within your dreams. You attempt to rid your memory of it. If the voice truly is that of the Archjustice Androbolus IX himself, as Volfred indicated, then none of you are likely to receive too warm a welcome should you regain your freedom.
Hello? You're not supposed to be going for that, you silly little idiot.
Messenger M tracks you down in the poison lands of Flagging Hands to bring you news and rumors from the other side. The report's subject is Tamitha, blood sister of Pamitha, stoic leader of the Essence. She was liberated at the fall of Cilium, her transgressions all forgiven upon her return, and yet old enmities remained in spite of the Commonwealth tradition.
All because of that. What are you doing? So stupid.
Some of the founders have held up in many rounds of questioning, each less informal than the last. All concerned, the movements of her sisters in the High Wing remnants, refusing to cooperate, Tamitha demanded safe passage to her native lands, yet remains detained. She holds that her own blood sister must have thwarted her once more. Meanwhile, the Essence are refusing to conduct the rites with any other race, and have not found a suitable replacement. You suspect you shall not face them in the rites again. As you finish reciting the Imp's message, you take notice of Pamitha's reaction.
I'm worse than dead to her by now, I think. Nonetheless, I'm grateful she returned. I'll try to hold out hope. She'll be wiser for it.
Thank the messenger in for delivering its news, and let it make good use of some of the Black Wagon's facilities before watching it flutter off toward the horizon. Guys, always nice to see some more customers because, you know, I don't always get too much around here, and sometimes it gets kind of lonely here, I guess.
Cool. Permanently. One quick. Oh, these are permanent ones for the next rite. Okay. Okay. Well, we don't have much in the way of gold at the moment. These ones are pretty good. These ones I probably won't use. This one actually is going on to Meta right now. You guys would have bought something, maybe. Well, I mean, I don't have the gold for it, I'm sorry.
Typically, Jadariel is always among the first to start making preparations for the rites, just as soon as you arrive amid such places as the muddy bleakness of the pit of Lilith. However, she does not assist the others. She does not even don the raiments.
Your concern is noted, reader, but it is misplaced. It is only that when we are to face this time, Ignarius. We denied his liberty before. It seems almost cruel to set him further back. How absurd that I should even care. It is simply that I seldom see those whose features similar to mine, those who have survived here long enough to earn their horns. I shall go now to prepare.
Soon as nightfall, stars begin to shine.
Jadariel, I think you're going next.
I think Jadariel is the one I'm going to try and free next.
Rita, I am still very cross with you, you know.
I did nothing.
To think I saw in you a worthy heir,
I don't even know you.
not just to the legacy of the Nightwings, but to the future of the Commonwealth.
You don't even know me.
That traitor Volfred. Only a fool would be seduced by his audacious promises and his dangerous ideas.
He seems cool.
Dear reader, would make you a fool. I have no choice but to explain it thus, so even you could understand.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Now for
Totally
this
didn't get
blasted
it.
right. Some of us still have our duties to uphold.
I mean, I'm still here doing them.
Hey, hope it isn't curly horns. Surprised they didn't let you out already. Not that I'm complaining. Was hoping I'd run into you again. See, you've been stuck in here for, about 14 years. Not that I'm counting or anything. Gained some appreciation for the simple stuff, you know. Bit of cool breeze, solid meal. Anyway, it's good to see you in one piece is all.
Jadariel removes a mask and stares at him.
Why are you doing this? We have a right to conduct.
Yeah, well, conducted a lot of rights, you know. I had a lot of goods done for me.
And here you are again.
Yeah. Anyway,
Throws on his mask.
guess we better get this thing started. Our kind, we got a reputation to uphold.
Jadariel watches him for several moments. Then rejoins your group.
Our adversary, Ignarius, his heart is not in this. We should be able to prevail against him without
Don't say that. Don't do that to
Go
me.
on,
Don't. Why would you say that?
then. Tamatha,
Xalius.
Tizo, Sir Gilman. Very well.
A most formidable foe we stand against, this knight's most favorite kind.
Bring it on then, Nightwings. See you beat me again.
I hope I will.
Begin.
Okay, good start. Good start.
The Nightwings thus
Actually,
assert
good start.
themselves.
Still not.
I thought they had you there. How utterly brazen. This is the path to glory. A stifled effort. Oh my word.
Feats of Gloria completed. I thought she was supposed to come back immediately. Oh, okay, cool.
Oh dear. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
You're Nightwings. You've been practicing, ain't you? And what about you, Iggy? You're just a washed up old goat. You're through. How long are you gonna keep at this? Getting weaker and weaker, worse and worse, huh? Come on then, Nightwings. Finish it already, will you? Sooner we wrap this up, sooner we all catch some shut-eye and put an end to this damn day.
Please, dude. Oh, I just dashed right into it. Okay. Okay.
The orb quenches the flame.
I was dashing. Okay.
By the scribes.
By the scribes, indeed.
Now end the ceremony. Sir Gilman plunges into the fire.
2 more.
That's it.
Oh. Yep. Makes sense. Yikes. Okay.
All 3 Nightwings. Poof.
3 Nightwings.
Unacceptable.
64. Okay.
Slow there, Panther.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be very upset if I lose this and they only need 2 more damage.
And it is done. The Nightwings prevail again.
GG's.
May their next adversaries fare a little better.
No, no, the next one is the Liberation Right. They
The
cannot.
night is ended.
Well, Curly Horns, what can I tell you? Guess you Nightwings still got a spring in your step.
You should have prevailed. Why did you hold back?
You really want to know there, huh?
Indulge me.
Sure. You free tomorrow night?
Stariel scoffs at this. She dons her mask. Then she turns and walks away from him without another word. Nadia simply stands and stares.
Damn.
Damn, bro. No riz.
There is
Tried to
much
shoot a shot.
to learn from this experience.
Yeah, I know.
Now take your sordid business someplace
Huh?
else.
Someone's there, sneaking around. Show yourself already.
She stands there for a moment, saying nothing. Then, this was a mistake. She leaves him just as soon as she arrived.
Hey, hold up. Curly Horns, wait. Wait.
She keeps him waiting there. Narius just shakes his head. And he keeps waiting, for there's little else for him there in the downside. He keeps waiting, but not for very long. Not for very long. Well, now I feel bad about, like, if I liberate her. There was little time for rest at the Black Wagon after your fellow exiles thwarted the Tempers in a pitched battle. Those afflicted with banishment sickness seem to be doing better at least, and express gratitude to Pamitha Tizo and Sir Gilman for their efforts. Just then, the lone minstrel appears before you. No words escape his lips. You can guess full well what he has come to indicate to you, and follow him back into the darkness. Look to the stars. It should be the Liberation Right. Indeed it is. But still, we must go and choose it. And it shall be the fate. I could have just gone up there and checked, I suppose. Notice the lone minstrel is standing there with you regarding the night sky. The gate guardian and I, We have paid witness to the liberation rites upon the fall of Solium for a long time. We have seen so much, and so I am a bit taken aback is all, to see something which I have never seen.
He looked up.
Don't be such a little criminal. You're a criminal.
Put it on the stars together for a while, then.
I wish for you good fortune and the wisdom of the scribes on your ascent.
The minstrel leaves you there alone in the night. It has grown very late, and you need rest. Black Wagon shall have to take flight again come morning. Darius seemed more reserved, even than usual, since her confrontation with Ignatius and the Tempers. Nonetheless, she addresses you.
Tell me something, reader. Tell me something, Sprout. Why do you have to put your big butt in front of the text on the screen? Back where you came from, did you have someone whom you considered close?
So there was someone.
Mentioned briefly to Judd.
Dariel about a past relationship that meant something to you. She shows no reaction to the details, but you can tell that she's listening.
I see. I had someone as well. It is something which did not end well, but there were times.
It trails off.
We had our times.
She looks up at you then.
That Ignatius is a base fool. We have not a thing in common save a set of horns. Yet here I am, drawing comparisons with how I felt at times back in the Commonwealth while speaking to you of him. I'm a little old to be having such thoughts, reader, especially in a place such as this. Thank you for your time. Do not reveal this to the others. It is a trifling matter and not to be of anyone's concern, especially not mine.
Tell her you care for her. Tell her you care for her. Ignatius would be a based fool indeed. Do not see what he sees. In her. What? That is the yes. What the tooltip says. That's what I want to say. If Jadariel has found some kinship with him, then that is comforting to hear. I like that. Suggest to her that Ignatius may not be as bad as he seems. You sense his feelings are sincere. Jadariel says nothing at first, but then she simply says,
I appreciate that.
She departs with a nod. Well, now I don't know if I should liberate her right now. The Tempers.
Muir the Horned One formed the Tempers upon his own ideals. Ingrained in his triumvirate are basic truths about the dual roles of strength and gentleness. The Horned One, he has had a dualistic nature for as long as he and I considered each a friend. Stories I am told about Muir's youth describe no one I know. All of us are capable of more. I once was an imp that could not write. Muir once was a man that could not think. The Tempers once were ordinary folk. Now they rise to greatness, always striving, never overreaching. They are not like Muir himself. Rather, they are what Muir wished he could be.
Tizo was not the traitor. Of course Tizo wasn't the traitor. Tizo is the best boy. What's this?
Singing Sands.
I believe it was saying Pamitha was the traitor because she had this feeling that she wanted her sister to go free, and so she was hoping for her sister to win the right, which is obviously why I lost that right, the liberation right, so that Tamitha could go free. Going back into playing Sonic Heroes. Nice. I've been hearing good things about the Sonic movie in somewhat related news.
Something appears different now about the Sacred Mountain west of here. The lands near Emperor's Ascent and Emperor's Fall appear ashen. On the other hand, the once precarious region below, which you know as Temple High Road and Temple Cistern, seems swept clean by the elements. Lone minstrel observes all this alongside you.
Inclement weather we have lately seen, reader. We ought to be able to make landings closer to Scribe's Gate now. Oh, nice. Skipping one of the steps. I suppose this means we shall see Celeste once more, and I shall go tell everyone to prepare for landing. I was nearly finished my first team. Got about 12 A ranks. Oh, and Sonic here. Team had threw me off a bunch because I'm thinking about Pyre stuff. So I was like, wait, you're playing Pyre? But nice. I don't know how many that is out of, but that's still, I imagine, significantly more impressive than anything I would be able to do in really any Sonic game. Tizo shall gain favor, or Hamatha shall gain favor. I'm gonna give it to my boy Tizo.
You arrive once more. Among the old masonry of Mount Elodiel, it appears that Dalbert and the Fate have already arrived along the other route.
Wants to talk.
Some time to spare after having landed, you join Tizo on a brief expedition to the monument of Yomia Menimane.
Greetings to you once again, great-grandfather. You should know I often think of you, more often these days than ever before. Friends whom I now serve, I think that they could use your help, if you're willing to impart it. You know I do not like to ask you favors, but I think this is important.
You return to the wagon once he finished paying his respects. You have occasion once more to pursue your vocation.
+2 presents for Tizo. Nice. Who am I going to train today? Bertrude. How's it going, Birdie?
Very well then, educate us if thou canst. Bertrude gains a somewhat stronger grasp of how to better pass the celestial orb through strength of will and trust in one's triumvirate, that through dexterity alone. She nods in understanding.
That was enough to level up.
This land so rife with eldritch knowledge, long forbidden in the Commonwealth, we learn the stuff of fear itself.
Some of which can use an Aura Blast is greatly reduced. Yes, that one.
It appears to us that thou knowest something of the stars then, after all.
Bertrude's pretty good. I'm glad to have Bertrude on my side. But it's... Oh my goodness. What's happening? We're right there by the Scribe's Gate. Entering into Scribe's Gate we is.
Again you stand before Scribe's Gate, where the Gate Guardian regards you all, above an archway carved from stone.
Exiles of the Nightwings. You must know by now that once the stars no longer shine, the rites shall cease. But now step forth. Except for you, Tariq. You stay right there. Greetings, Celeste. Nightwings are prepared, and as for me, you shall not blaspheme under the gate again. Do we understand each other, Tariq? Aye, Celeste. I apologize for my behavior before. I shall adhere more strictly to my duties. Be sure of it. Now, each of you, come forth. Please state your names and what it is you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate.
One by one, your companions cross the gate, until it is your time to do so. You follow them in turn. Gate Guardian regards you all, then waves you through toward the summit.
Gate scribes with the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Am I free to accompany them, Celeste? Shall I remain here?
She looks at him a while.
You are free to accompany them, Tariq. As you will, Celeste. Until we meet upon the summit, then.
Ooh, he getting flirty. Tariq getting flirty with Celeste.
I think he likes her.
Anyone want to chat? Nope.
Oh, it's you guys. Well, come on in. I guess you know you got here right on time because I was just thinking maybe I could close a little earlier, you know? This has been real good and everything. It's been a little slow in spots. A little slow is all. So I was thinking maybe I'd do a sale. What would you say to that?
Go for it.
Suggest to Falcon Ron that a sail might be a good idea to liven things up a bit.
Well, I guess maybe that's a way to look at things, and so then I think I'm gonna about it. Stew on it a while, but no promises, okay? Find something or what? Well, I'm gonna sell something, that's for sure. And then, ooh, what's this? Pyre can banish adversaries by flinging the orb into them. Oh my. That is quite nice. But I cannot afford currently. Cannot. Weird. While flying, after dousing the adversary's pyre, Pamitha may instantly return. Oh, okay. It's just a may. Let's see.
You were like those, Poppy.
That's how you get a repeat customer there, Dad. You give him a deal. You didn't give me a deal. More time. Time has come for the liberation rite. One among you can go free if you prevail. Freedom is likewise at stake for your adversaries, the Fate. As your companions gather under the fall, awaiting the commencement of the vital rite, the lone minstrel finds you and regards you in his calm fashion. That is falling. These moments prior to each commencement, I must admit they give me pause, knowing so much is at stake during the trial that is to come. Tell me something, would you, reader, to ease the waiting for us both? I have traveled far and wide, even beyond these lands, however the Commonwealth. Know only through word and song. I sometimes think on what life would be like out there. You are not ensnared within this place and free to roam your country. What would you have done with all your days and years, other than striving here under the stars? Sailed across the seas, retired in the outskirts. Fought for freedom. Sailed across the seas. The Sea of Solus does not compare with the vastness of the oceans on the other side. You oft wondered at what mysteries they hold, and thought perhaps you could have found them out. I understand the yearning to explore, particularly if exploring could be done on one's own terms. The life of the sailor, then. Would that you could find your freedom on the seas someday. Just then the little minstrel looks forth. You see that it is time. The stars above, though faint, begin to burn. Oh boy, here we go. No. Keeping this going. Keeping this going.
The stars that yet remain aflame align once more over the sacred fall of Solium. 'Twas here that the 8 scribes ordained the glorious tradition in which you now participate. The glorious tradition which you and that instigator Wolfred seek to undermine. 'Tis my sincerest hope your adversaries in this liberation rite achieve instead what they desire.
I feel
May
like
the
we should be
fates soon
impartial.
quench those flames of yours. Let us get on with the proceedings then.
Such an angry boy. Pyres burn in each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn in each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Fate, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto the adversaries, the Nightwings.
The bent old cur Talbot steps forward and struggles for a moment with his mask. Greetings, good heralds. I am Talbot Oldheart. It is the greatest honor of my years to stand upon this sacred site, upon which the 8 scribes first anointed these glorious proceedings. Nightwings, we are honored to be in your presence once more.
Father, they are our adversaries, not our hosts. We need not be so gentle with them. They shall do their utmost to keep you from freedom. Talbot, your son speaks out of turn. Control him.
My sincerest apologies for his unnecessary outburst. Alma, please, you have worked toward this opportunity, and we must make the most of it. He puts his mask back on. My son and I stand ready to begin.
but not the other person. Nightwings, on whose behalf shall you conduct this liberation rite? Choose quickly. May you heed your heart in making your choice, reader. I trust you are prepared to play the hymns with me, Tariq. Always, Celeste.
Whom do you endeavor to return?
Who should be free? But first,
Oh wow, they are full up in everything. You are... Oh, and you deal more damage when you're lower. So do you. So do you. Okay, cool. Enya? Who do I try to free? Is it Tizo's time? Jadariel just had her moment with Ignarius. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe... And it didn't sound like she was into... Your horns. Many years later, she encountered Hedwyn, whom she last remembered as one of the children she had in her care. No, the plan was for Jadariel.
Jodariel,
If that is your wish.
who shall lend her support?
Tizo's gotta be in there. And we'll take Gertrude also.
Gertrude,
We shall lend our support to that one then. And Tizo, of course.
Tizo,
Tizo is determined to help the Nightwings prevail in the liberation rite.
the choice is cast.
Give thanks.
We give thanks to have this opportunity to face you, O Nightwings. Now let us strive to our fullest capacity, with honor and with grace.
Save your strength for the right, Father, and for the voyage home. Let this be our final battle against them.
Commence.
Oh,
Okay, good start. It's a great start. Oh, come on, grab the orb, Tizo, please. There we go. Keep this going.
hear us now, O noble Mjolnir, for we beseech you. Surely we cannot prevail without your aid. Ever you have heard my prayers, I beg of you, please smile upon us now. Whether from his Pyre to the scribes, or simply from Dalbert's resolve, something comes over your fellow exiles here. If they are banished now, they shall not soon return.
Well, that's... Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, wow. Their timer is absurd. Please give my aura back. Thank you. Okay, that's so unnecessary. Okay, yep. Of course you get that. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Come on. Let's do this thing.
Now to the flame. And there it is.
GG's.
The Night Wings proved their worth. As for their adversaries, they did not.
Thank you, Jadariel.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free.
And you got some
Absolved of all
some spice on
misdeeds.
that.
Return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Draw some feeling.
Alas, my son, once more it seems that I have failed you.
Father, wait! What good is freedom to us anyway, if we would be apart? I did it for you, kid. After all this time.
He turns her gaze towards the rest of you.
Never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, and doing this for me. Life that I recall back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, I know this. If that place still is like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better, for as long as I retain my strength and breath.
You see her smile faintly as she disappears into the shimmer pool, though you still can hear her voice, though faintly now.
Farewell then, reader. All of you. For now.
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel. Perhaps the scribes are watching even now. Watching as their glorious tradition draws to a close.
I know. It's okay.
Now take your execrable companions someplace else.
Father, wait!
Calm yourself, my son. The liberation rite is ended.
But no! How can you be so calm, even now, after what happened?
Did you strive this night with all your heart, Alma?
Yes, but it was not enough. It was not enough.
No, my son. It was enough. It was more than enough.
Father? Big Zuko energy.
You prevailed in the liberation rite against the fate. Already does the Black Wagon feel quieter than usual without Jadario, who returned to the Commonwealth.
She wasn't much of a talker, though.
You overhear some of your companions reflecting on this. She hath passed from this place along with all her eccentricities.
I feel really bad about just telling her, like, oh yeah, I mean, like, Ignarius isn't that bad of a dude. And then freeing her right after that.
He's always trying to console Bertrand with a soothing song. You wonder who, if anyone among you, shall be the next to go.
If anyone, our plan approaches a key turning point. Let us ensure it soon comes to fruition, not only for ourselves here, but for our companions and our loved ones in the Commonwealth. But we have little time now for reflection into this. Look yonder, reader. The stars demand we go already. Let us help them usher in the end of all this.
Turn your attention to the glimmer of the stars. The current rate of disappearance suggests another liberation rite shall soon be coming.
Who's next? This feels a whole lot better. Having some more wins. Ores, no. Absolutely not Ores. The Accusers. The Fate. We're not going to the Hulk of Ores. Absolutely not. Oh, that would be so awkward. Nope. Nope, can't do it. Oh, are we going to take on the dissidents next in the... That'll be interesting. We gotta go for the accusers. Gotta be the accusers then.
Now the stars bid you return to the Glade of Liu, where you shall stand against the accusers once again. Your adversary, Lender the Liar, likely knows the cycle of the rites is drawing to a close. His last remaining chance to earn the favor of the scribes, and then regain his freedom, likely hinges on the outcoming of this next rite. The cycle of the rites is soon to end, the exiles of the downside striving to be free. Your adversaries, your companions, even yourself are running out of time. After the liberation of Jadario, you find the lone minstrel back in the wagon, looking as though no such thing had just occurred this night. You think you see him tilt his head as you approach.
Some words of congratulations are in order for you this evening, I should think, reader. And so, congratulations on prevailing in the liberation rite. Surely Jadario shall be most grateful, and her safe return unto your commonwealth ought to benefit the plan in which you all now play a part. As for your adversaries of the fate, this must have been a bitter loss for them and Dalbert, although they must have known their chances was far from certain. Thus shall we await the next turn of the cycle of the rites. Celeste and I are to return to our respective duties for the time, as now Scribe's Gate is sealed. I await when next we shall meet again. When next you may yet live up to the glory of the Nightwings in the eyes of the 8 scribes, which yet shine down for us.
He trails off, then nods to you in his cordial manner, and bids you a good rest of the evening. The Fate.
The Fate united under Many Mane the Alpha Chief. He is brash but follows his traditions. He prizes faith, discipline, and honor, qualities he seems to lack at first. He formed the Fate under the precepts of olden bylaws of his 4-legged ancestors. They believed in certain natural order of the way of things. Many Mane wanted for the Fate to likewise show respect. Initially, he only chose from them curs. He, however, urged the Fate to replenish their numbers from any race or ethnic group thus willing. Thus shall they anticipate what is to come, with open eyes and minds, and never frown upon what it is in store for them.
On history.
This book cannot accompany you if you should earn your freedom. It is to remain here for your successors, for it is bound together inextricably with us. There is no sorcery, however, to prohibit you from spreading forth its teachings. We charge you to go forth and share what you have learned along your path. Reveal not the rites themselves nor the existence of this book. Transcend its bounded limitations, for it cannot be transcribed. Any such attempt shall fail. Beware of those who should dare to read it on the other side. Under the guise of seeking wisdom may yet lurk a much darker desire to undo that which we strive to do.
All right. At dawn, your companions are prepared to depart. Everyone is silent. Your travels are to take you back to the Glade of Liu, but soon after, the stars shall draw you here again. Onward to battle. Sense the presence of your adversary Manly here, and may learn of his recent activity. I don't think I care. Sense the Panther may gain a deeper understanding of the rites along this route.
That one for sure.
Having reached the Cinder Route, you decide to accompany Pamatha for a walk among the thick underbrush. Your conversation soon turns to matters of the rites, which you discuss at length.
Most of the time, I think none of this makes any sense, but once in a while, you put it together for me, reader darling.
By the time you return to the wagon, you sense she gained a deeper understanding of it all. Gained enlightenment. Fantastic. Who wishes to speak to me now? Pamatha again. Pamatha is staring out the window as you approach.
I miss flying, reader darling. Take it from me, it feels as good as you'd expect. It's not enough for those Commonwealth brutes to cast us down here. If they can get their fingers on us, they must make sure we never fly again as we once did. All while calling it an act of mercy. Let me ask you something, You've learned a thing or two. What have your studies taught you of my kind?
You know the violence they've caused, you know that they have suffered, and you know you share a common ancestor. Understand that long ago there was only one tribe. They flew together and conquered the known world, but some of their descendants were born different. Those wingless ones had little choice but to tend the land with their hands and flesh. Over time, the wingless were disavowed, abandoned. It was said that they were born under dark stars. In time, they formed the Empire, and they fought back. Not all the winged and wingless were at odds, and famous harps such as St. Triesta Tiphys proved kinship could be possible. Nonetheless, old hatreds are not easily assuaged.
That is fairly accurate in our own account of things. So in a manner, you yourself are kindred to me. My kind certainly aren't known for their good sense of humor, I can tell you that. My little tongue got me into no small amount of difficulty till I learned to keep it well under control. The mountains I come from, the views there certainly are something. But there are bleakness to it, too. Being surrounded only by those consumed by the desire to avenge. We're very proud like that. Everyone vying to be the strongest, to kill the most of you. That way we might just get a shot with the prince, continue the line if it even exists.
Understanding is that the males of the harp are all gone, though perhaps one remains. They mate as poison spiders do, and would slay each other in their sleep.
Imagine that being the best case scenario, darling.
He shakes her head.
Anyway, I was just thinking I rather enjoy the traveling we're doing. Change of scenery does me good. Perhaps I'll stick to wandering after this. In fact, I have a fancy for some wandering right now, if you'll excuse me.
She heads out of the wagon into the thick underbrush of Black Basin. At dawn, Teaser finds you shortly before the wagon is set to depart. Teaser knows you are soon to confront Lendl once again, and is none too eager to see him. Nonetheless, Teaser is more than willing to help you prevail against Lendl this time. Teaser rejoins the others in making final preparations for departure. As you prepare to set forth, you sense his mixed emotions about the coming rite.
Tizo, you get a break. My dude. I don't want to put you up against this weirdo. Hey guys, where's your friend? You know, the big one with the horns, like frowning and stuff like that? Something happened there, what? Heard a crazy story, she just flew on out of here or something. Anyways. Nothing for me, thank you. But to sell you this mushroom. And I suppose I shall sell you Jadario's equipment as well. Which does get me closer to getting things like this. But not quite there. They really are my favorite customers, you know? That's so kind of you, Ron.
By now, having to make preparations for the rites has become second nature to your companions. Go about the process efficiently, and this time, in almost total silence. Cannot shake the sense that the routine shall not go on much longer. Tizo approaches and confirms to you that the Nightwing sigil is set. Everyone has their books and raiments, and the grounds are ready. Everything should be in order. Tizo enjoys having had these chances to watch the stars with you and the others. Tizo wishes you to know that he values your friendship, whatever happens in the days to come. You and Tizo stand together in silence for a time, looking for the stars above to show some indication that the rite is to commence. It is taking too long. Concern begins to well up in you, but then...
Ooh. Nope. We're just forgoing these now.
It seems the stars once more have mustered wherewithal to usher in the rites. The sky grows dimmer by the day. An age is ending. Surely you must know by now that you shall never all be free. Yet still you struggle to fulfill some senseless plan. But I digress, of course. Some of us still honor the tradition. Some of us hold dear the teachings of the scribes.
Fires on each side are burning bright. From across the field, you observe the leader of the accusers approach and remove his mask.
Nightwings. You've been a thorn in my side since the first. May never yet regain my freedom, but perhaps I can ensure you never regain yours.
Oh, jeez.
Who shall it be this time? Wolfred.
Wilfred, indeed.
Shay.
Radistas?
Sir Gilman.
If this shall be our final right against the accusers, then let us conduct it with all due glory and more!
Prepare yourselves, accusers. Whatever should transpire, let us bloody now the noses of those cursed Nightwings.
Now begin. My goodness.
Do it. Oh my gosh. Give me the orb. Oh.
An opportunity.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh, I just ran right into it. Okay.
Bit of a blunder.
Okay, not great. Oh, I jumped.
Be gone, you lot.
Okay. I jumped. Who? I hit
All
the...
of the Nightwings banished.
Please come back. Ah, okay.
An inauspicious start.
Most inauspicious indeed.
Alas for Lendl. The fire of
There we go. Oh, geez, they got extra. I saw that, but did not recognize it. You jump way too far there, girl. Okay, just jump. How about you jump? When I tell you to jump, how about that?
Sinners. Splendid.
Okay, they're under 100. We're making progress.
Now take it.
Oh, boop. Boo, boo, boo.
Now. Onward thus to
Easy.
greater glory.
Hey, there we go. Resplendent indeed. That is what they call me, after all.
Lendl banished.
Oh my gosh. Can you...
Well, I guess
That was
you
ridiculous.
seem unable to stop these people.
don't know what you're talking about with that.
Ta-ta, Lendl.
I jumped, game. Oh, gosh.
Deliverance.
Let's keep this going. Keep this going.
Let's see you Nightwings keep this up.
I'm trying to.
Poor
Go.
Lendl.
Oh, yep. Let me get that aura out of here.
Headlong goes Sir Gilman into flame.
There we go. No, not again. Can I lose to you again? This cannot be happening to me. It can. It is. Believe you me, kiddo. Nope.
How very fortunate.
Nope. Okay. Hey, you can just keep dancing like that. I'm okay with that. I was behind there. I disagree very much.
And it is done.
It is done.
The
GG's.
Nightwings prevail yet again. Mayhap the scribes
Salas.
shall simply smite them down next time.
I hope I'm saying Luxalis. Pyre Salas? Pyre. Why is this flashbanging me? Pyre, what do the Nightwings say? General consensus, I think, is that it's Noxalas, which is a combination of Nox for night and Alas for wing. Self-explanatory relationship. Nightwing. Noxalas. Okay. Noxalas it is. And...
The ceremony is complete.
well done, Nightwings. As for the accusers, though they found us fiercely many times, I doubt that it shall be enough. May they find mercy in this land. The scribes, I knew that they would favor us, I think, although I hope they show us mercy to the accusers, too. This night declares the taste of victory is sweet indeed. We prevailed against a worthy foe. Nightwings, it is finished between us. I have a simple hope, which yet remains, and it is this. I hope that we shall never meet again. Oh.
The rites do tend to teach
Interesting,
something
Sprout.
of trust.
Ooh, a level up for Wilfred.
What is it you recall there, Wilfred, my old friend?
The rights demand we act as of one mind, a perfect unison and harmony, and free of any doubt. We've grown more accustomed to being a part of the Nightwings of today. What we got? Fast than usual and a larger aura. Once the banished adversaries are slowed and cannot use abilities. I think that one. Although that one, just having that as an inherent thing, pretty nice. I think I'm going to go for that one.
Until the next rite. If there even is to be another one.
I sure hope there is. It sounds like Tizo is 100% going up for Liberation next time. So that we can make sure he gets free, hopefully. But I need to get up and stretch and such, so it is break time. I'll be back momentarily.
Where the reader arrived, afraid and alone. When they arrived, the book of rights awakened the night wings and ignited the flame. They follow the stars, bound together, strands in our brain till the end. We sing of the last of the night wings who, having broken the cycle, shall live on in song. Headwind was there and proved to all that he was no deserter. He stayed true till the end.
Captain Joe Dariel, keeping watch over all of the night wings. She stayed true to the end.
Rookie Greentail, small in size but vast in commitment. He stayed true to the end. They follow the stars, bound together, strands in a braid till the end. The moon-touched girl hears the scribes in the world all around her. She stayed true till the end.
Tease all the wise, ever faithful to the cause of the night wings. He stayed true to the end.
Sir Gilman the Bold, ever in his quest, finding honor and glory, he stayed true to the end. Hameth the Thane, born on guilty wings, ever seeking forgiveness, she stayed true till the end. They follow the stars, bound together, strands in a braid till the end. Bound together, spirits tether, strands unbroken, spines awoken. The great mastermind, Wolfred Sandalwood, saw his plans turn to action. He stayed true till the end.
The bog dweller Bertrude kept her foes at bay with her finest enchantments. She stayed true till the end.
The reader at last made the night wings whole, having bound them together. They stayed true till the end. They follow the stars, bound together, into the stars. We shall find our way home. We shall find our way home. We shall find our way
Hello, I have returned. Apologies. Sprout was getting into some treats that she wasn't supposed to be in.
inside the wagon after prevailing over the accusers. Shay is discussing aspects of the outcome with others when the lone minstrel seeks you out.
Pardon the interruption, reader, though I need to ask a moment of your time while the night is clear enough for you to see. Please, come have a look outside. Perhaps the news of your next destination may further stir the hearts of your companions.
Is it another liberation rite already? Oh, wow. Okay. Against the dissidents.
The cycle turns even more quickly now, until such time as it shall shudder to a halt.
He makes a sound then, almost like a laugh.
I forgot myself, reader. I should not say such things. The scribes, they would say that one ought focus on the path in front of them. When we set forth to walk a long and labored path, it can be all too much. If we stand back and look upon it as a whole, we may well decide to turn around. But if we begin to walk, whilst casting down our gaze and whilst resisting, the urge to look too far ahead, we may take steady, careful progress. Soon enough, we may arrive where we endeavored.
Then minstrel bids you a good evening. You had best retire for the night, for when first daylight comes, it shall be time again to take to the skies.
To check something. New Pamatha biography. Glory 17 and 17. Okay, so it's the same for either of them. All right.
Oh, wow. We're just going right for it, eh? Hello. Your wagon reels from the impact of some sort of massive object slamming into it mid-flight.
False Nightwings.
Orlek calls down to you all from atop his wagon.
Again you seek to climb that cursed mountain beneath us. Again you seek to take my rightful place. I should send you crashing down to it, that you might fall as I have.
He stares down at all of you.
But I shall not. Rather, we shall meet upon the summit, ere the last cycle of the rites is ended. Until then.
Tizo or Sir Gilman. Tizo, of course, because Tizo is who we are liberating this time. Ascending to the sacred Mount Elodiel after your encounter with Orlek.
Orlek spoke the truth. He has a right to gain the summit when the time comes. Celeste shall deem him worthy and shall let him pass. While he has transgressed against the rites, he has also already been anointed and prevailed. Nothing is written in the book on this, and liberty ought already be his. For the time, it seems that he has not yet traveled to the summit. Perhaps he is still making preparations with his fellow exiles.
When exactly Orlek intends to make good on his promise, he did not make clear. For now, you are to confront Barker and the dissidents upon the summit. First, you must prepare. Seeks Wolfred. Okay.
Greetings to you, lovely reader. I am at your disposal. Always prepared to cut your idiots and their egos down to size. Who shall it be?
I feel like I should give you a different thing for this. Give you this. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Wolfred.
That fancy talking sap, you mean? Shall be interested to see if he has learned something since last we sparred like this. Then, let us bring him forth.
Soon Wolfred appears, in heed of the summons. Every time I see this, body type, the sap coming up, I always think it's going to be that manly or whatever. I don't like that guy. And it throws me off when it's Wolfred instead. So, this is my turn then, is it? Then let us see what we can do, my kid. Okay.
I haven't really done much aggression with you. So this will be interesting.
The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask.
Listen well, Sap. You answer to me here.
As you will, O Sandra the Unseeing.
Proper as ever, then. Though, I wonder if you have the wherewithal that you project. Show me, then, what you can do with it without the benefit of those whom you would lead. And let us see if you or your lovely reader have reached a thorough understanding as of yet.
Ooh, another sap. Eh?
Okay. Come on, please. Okay. That was...
Okay.
Oh, nice toss.
Done.
Noxalos.
I am grateful for the privilege of your time, good Sandra.
Flattery shall never get you anywhere with me, Sap. Nonetheless, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order. To you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell.
Excuse me. I have not seen Sandra in some time. She has not changed a bit. But it would seem she left something for us, did she? Lose bow. Alfred's blink ability teleports him farther than usual.
No. It's already too unwieldy for me. Leave me alone, reader. I am no mood to talk to you at this time. Oh, sorry.
She's concerned about something, but you cannot sense what. She refuses to say.
I see little need to keep on blathering about it to you, as once I did. Should not have let you in. Begone. My services are yours. This place is my own. I'm sorry.
Bertrude's biography. How did Bertrude get more in her biography? Conspiracy insurrection. Later that afternoon, you accompany Tizo through the narrow passageways of Temple Cistern to the monument of Under King Ores.
Hello again, old friend. I know that you and all the scribes are watching over me and all of us, and I'm grateful to you. Your ancient rites are ending soon. I promise you, my friends, and I will make the most of our last 2 chances here.
Return to the wagon after he has finished paying his respects. The summit awaits, but first, there is time to continue practicing your vocations. Plus 3 glory for the next rite.
Who shall be trained? Oh gosh, I can only... There's 2 more? I guess which thing should I go for? I don't think it's either of those. Maybe that? Kind of like that one. That one would be good too. Let's do Pamatha now. And take Shay with us. Certainly, reader darling. How good of you to ask.
You and Pamatha go over her understandings of her aura and its connection to her presence, both physical and spiritual. Discussion proves informative.
Is it enough? It is not. You'll have auras all the time, I think. You just can't always see them. That is okay. To Scribe's Gate. But now, in the splendors of Mount Elodial, you encounter a messenger imp come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. The news this time pertains to Jadariel, whom you liberated at the fall of Selium. You learn Jadariel's past transgressions have all been forgiven. She soon was to be reinstated on the Blood Border, on the presumption she wanted her old status back. In fact, she was offered an especially prestigious leadership position in the First Veil, where a demon such as she could not be seen in the streets. Elite Blood Border platoon shrouded in secrecy, other than a famous result of its operations. Commonwealth's Veil leaders always were surrounded by sentinels in similar garb. But she refused the gesture rather bluntly, and report suggests. Instead, she sought Volfred's agents, as well as several of her former fostered sons and daughters, and so the ranks of the revolution grew stronger. The last part of the messenger imp's news must have been damaged in transit. It appears to be in Jadariel's own words. All you can tell is that it says, await. You thank the messenger imp for relaying this information. Your companions are excited to discuss the news. She is an inspiration to us all, or to this night she is at least. You can envision it, a demon such as she set loose without the Commonwealth. I wonder what the rest of the message said. Having someone as Jadariel's will and stature with us on the other side shall pave the way toward a brighter future. Do you think she'll still has her horns now that she's back up there? Tizo is fired up about the news of Jadariel's return to the Commonwealth. The news of Jadariel's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Don't mind my stuff, Sprout. You return once more to Scribe's Gate, where the Gate Guardian awaits under a dim sky. The exiles of the Nightwings in Tariq. This is to be one of our final meetings. Greetings, Celeste. Nightwings are prepared, and afterwards, I would have words with you in private, if you please. It seems to be rather late for words now, Tariq, but I shall hear them once your charges cross the gate. Now, all of you, come forth. Please state your names and what it is you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Once more, your companions across the gate. One after another, and once more you follow them in turn. Celeste regards you all and waves you through toward the summit. 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. And Tariq? Aye, Celeste. You may rejoin the others in a while. For now, I would hear those words of yours. Certainly, Celeste. Everyone, I shall see you shortly. A private tryst?
That sleep below, to the canyons open wide, hear the song of gentle morning for the lost and lonesome bride.
I'm cold up here again, but it's worth it, let me tell you. Okay, I may be exaggerating a little since I'm waiting here a little while, I guess, but are you guys buying something?
The song of gentle morning,
No, probably not.
lost and lonesome bride. Goes through hill and valley, and the canyons open wide, singing songs of gentle
And 1,000 soul in the slug market.
for his lost and lonesome bride.
Money feels like it's going to be worth less soon. I just don't business with you guys, so
Indigenous imps. Special mention must be given to the downside's most prolific native creatures, which we call the imp. With all respects to our comrade Haub, an imp himself, possessing an extraordinary intellect, most imps are driven by the simplest impulses to eat, drink, procreate, to move, and to survive. These creatures then are symbols of this place. They are far more resilient than they seem. Though wild by their nature, they, like all of us, can learn. Haub insists that imps are willing to put to work.
Like other aspects of the downside, they wish more than to exist, but to exist with purpose. Survival often is conflated with the physical. When we think of survival, we assume the need to sustain our bodies.
Yakety Lilac, hello. Thank you for the raid. How are you doing today, Yakety? Hope you're doing good. Are you playing some Pyre? Doing good, that's good.
Take it from an Alpha Chief. There are different kinds of strength. Spirit is what drives us, but by comparison, the body's impulses are weak. Here in the downside, faith is found in limited supply. Trinkets and mere baubles that would barely fetch a price in the homeland. Here are talismans. Seek talismans that mean something to you. Hold on to one that you hold dear. It shall reward you with your reminders of your faith, your power, and your potential.
Filling in for Lids and hosting Right Night. Oh, nice, nice. Very cool. How did Right Night go? Thank you, Miss McHossinator. Very good. Awesome. Glad to hear it. How did you do, Yakety? Did our custom liberation right? I'm heading into my own liberation rite right now. And I think it might be time for me to liberate Tizo. Because it sounds like there's not too many liberation rites left in the campaign. So I think I gotta have his... I think Tizo needs his chance to get out of here.
The lone minstrel has returned and approaches as you await the signal from the stars.
There is something that I wish to ask you, Rita. Something which, ordinarily, would not be my place to discuss in any detail. Counterpoint, okay. Throw the right for Best Boy Barker. That is a valid counterpoint. However, as Irator says, Tizo deserves all the chances. My initial hope was that before I learned that the stars were fading, I was just going to keep going, and Jadariel and Tizo were going to be like my last two that I was going to be able to liberate. Because they were my tried and trues. But now, I just liberated Jadariel. Tizo's going up next, I think. Or I may totally intentionally, absolutely on purpose, throw the liberation right so Barker can go free. Maybe. We'll see. Let us observe the stars. If you would not mind my asking you in such a direct manner, how many liberation rites are you supposing yet remain?
2 remain, according to Tizo. Tell him the only logical deduction that you have been able to make based on all of your readings of the stars of late. But there shall be one final liberation rite after tonight.
I concur with your evaluation, Reader. I wish to make certain that you are aware, so that you and the Nightwings may yet make the most of your remaining time together thus. As to what shall happen once the final liberation rite is ended, we soon shall both find out. But lo, it seems that we are called upon once more. Look forth.
Oh boy.
And I have not been putting on any of those, the Titan stars.
Mostly because I'm scared.
But I don't feel I need as much experience anymore, since most people on my squad are like mostly enlightened, or I have all of the abilities that I'm probably going to get from them.
Back for just a moment, if you please.
Okay.
When you first looked upon the Book of Rites, think back upon the words that it revealed.
I do not remember at all.
Oblige the voice that tells you more. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Would that the scribes were here among us still. I would not sing your praises to them, rest assured.
That's rude.
I trust that you shall savor this occasion. You
I'll try.
shan't have to oblige me for much longer.
The pyres burn and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. An anointed one of the dissidents, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings.
Rock and roll! Barker bursts out from some hidden corner, laughing as his paws at his mask.
Real pleasure to be here, mates, truly. Barker Ashpaws. Call me Barker, though, all right? By the by, it was a real pisser getting here, you know?
Begging your pardon, Barker Ashpaws, you thusly speak upon the summit of the sacred mountain?
Oh my, so terribly sorry to offend you, lassie. Forgot we got the stars above there to make me watch my language. Though, let's get one thing straight, lassie. I don't give a bother for your sacred mountain, so you take it and you shove it. Me and my pack, we're here just for the laughs, you got that? The other side ain't any better than this one. We ain't interested in your freedom. But just the same, we're gonna get it. Take it from those wee little babes, they're so antsy for it. Hear that, you Nightwings? You better put up a good fight here, or I ain't gonna be happy, understand? Then he shoves his mask back on. Right. Come on then, let's hurry up and get this damn thing started.
Bunch of dogs. Nightwings, your choice. In whose name shall you conduct this liberation rite? I wish you the wisdom of the scribes in making your choice, reader. Yeah, Barker, I can never narrow down his accent. I try to do Australian and then, like, I forget which region of Britain it's from, but if you've seen the latest Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, I think it is, the animated ones, the punk spider, I try and do that kind of thing. Is he actually a Londoner? I guess it makes sense that speaking of exactly the character I'm describing from the Spider-Verse, he does match that aesthetic a lot, so that makes sense. But yeah, whenever I, like, that voice, the voice tends to go with that accent for my I don't know, my process. So that definitely throws it all off a bunch. But I try to get him between, like, Australian and Londonish. Use a lot of Cockneyisms, like oi a lot. Oh, okay. See, I caught on to some of those, but some of those I mixed with Australian slang too. So I will defer to masters of the Cockneyisms. And I believe it. I know there's some similarities and overlap there.
Whom shall you attempt to send home this time?
Well, we all know exactly who's going this time.
Tizo.
Tizo seems stunned by your decision. He was very grateful to you for it all the same.
Who shall lend him support?
Well, we're putting Wolfred up here, I think.
Wolfred.
And then let us prevail on this night for you, Tizo, and for the good of our ailing nation. Then is it Shay, or is it Bertrude? I think it's Shay. I think it's Shay time.
Shay.
Ooh, I hope. Oh, I can help? I think I can help.
It is done.
All right then, mates. No more waiting. No more holding back, and let's rip them to shreds. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Hopefully that was a bit closer.
Commence!
Okay. Understandable. Okay. Nice jump there, loser.
Ah, first blood.
Nice. I know it doesn't matter, but that does tend to make me feel better, especially when that happens. Okay. Oh, I did fly. Nice. Okay.
Double kill.
Come on. Oh, I was so close.
Triple kill. Running riot.
Oop. Oh, come on. I know they're gonna just keep jumping, but like, I need to get in there somehow. Can you land? Jeez. Oh, yeah, I ran out of stamina. That was dumb. It was dumb on my part. I didn't. Come on! Oh, I just needed one more little drop of stamina, please. Oop. Oh, no, I pressed the wrong button. Dang it. Oh. Stop making me use up my stamina. I need that to get past all of you jerks. There we go, finally. Oof. Nope, nope, I need you, please. Oh,
Quite a close call there, no?
very close call. Yeah, go ahead and get it. Go ahead. Oh, boo.
Such chaos.
Sounds about right. That's okay, that's okay. We're doing all right here. We're doing all right here.
Somebody get the orb.
There's gotta be a way to control better where the orb flies. Do you mind? Oh, that was way too close. Oop. Okay.
Too bad for that one.
Okay. If you hold L while throwing casting. Can I pause during this? Okay. If you hold L while throwing casting, you can lock onto an enemy gamer or the goal if you've got the ball and you're close. Where was this information? Thank you very much.
One almost got through.
Ooh, nope, not you. No, please switch.
So fiercely fought.
I jumped. Just a moment too late, though. I'm just gonna keep doing this, huh? Oop. Come back here.
Stand not in glory's path.
Oh, come on. Very welcome. I didn't become the best mid-tier Pyre gamer in the competitive community for nothing. No. I'm sure you're doing much better than mid-tier.
Dangerously close.
Oh, I used up all my stamina. That was bad on my part. That was dumb on my part. Oh,
There
you.
it is.
What in the... All right, mates. Something's going all right funny with that. Orbs up. So I can tell. Better laugh it up while we still can, eh? Indeed, something strange seems to be happening to the celestial orb. It shudders now as though possessed of the same chaotic power as your adversaries. What? What does that mean? Doesn't matter. That's what it means. Oh. All right, back to this. Get... Oh, yep, that was bad. I should have thrown it. Should have gone for the throw. Oh my gosh, where is it going? Oh, yep. That was horrible aiming on my part. Just trying to preserve some stamina there. Oh, I just ran right into it like an idiot.
And there it is.
Yes. Oh, GG's.
The blasted Nightwings proved their worth.
That was a bit more stressful than it should have been.
They defeated utterly.
Oh, Naxalas.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds. Return to glory in the common.
That is very nice.
His adversary and all others shall remain.
I think I won.
Carry out their rightful sentences.
I think I won a single right on my last stream. And I did 2 liberation rights. And I lost both of them. So, I don't think I lost a single one today, which feels very, very good. What a joke. Yeah, I was thinking we were gonna make him cry after all this. Come on, mates. Right had it with his stuck-up place. So let's get out of here already, eh? The midpoint of the game, that's not that unusual. Okay. I was feeling so awful, because I'm sure it's also not unusual to be like on a winning streak and 0 losses for so long. And I was like, hey, this is going pretty good. I feel pretty confident in my abilities, and then after the first liberation right, I was like, nope, you're done. So, that is good. That's not unusual to happen. Yuzo is stunned by what transpired, and by what he thinks is going to happen. He looks around as the reality of what transpired sinks in.
realizes now that this is goodbye, at least for the time. It's just for the time, Tizo. It's just for now. I'm going to see you again, buddy. Don't you worry. Definitely a step up in difficulty after the first liberation. Yeah. Whenever they got their talismans, they were leveling up and they got their abilities and stuff. Yeah. Extended tutorial. Oh, wow, yeah. It totally does kind of feel like that, thinking back on it now. He struggles to express the gratitude he feels at having served the Nightwings for these many years. He also does not know what to expect from the Commonwealth, and whether he will be accepted. Nevertheless, he vows that he will keep doing his part to the benefit of Wulfred's plan. With that, he splashes into the shimmer pool and is gone from view. I hear him chirping one last time. Tizo wishes for the best for each of you and asks that you remember him. Tizo earned his freedom.
Godspeed, Tizo.
Godspeed, Tizo.
The cycle of the rites is nearly at an end.
That's okay. We got Hedwyn out, we got Jadariel out, and we got Tizo out. Those are the main ones I was worried about. Very, very nice. I think that'll probably be a good save spot to call it. And we will return next on Tuesday, Christmas Eve. It might be a bit of a shorter stream for that reason. But that is the current plan. My usual schedule is Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern start time. Thank you for the follow, Mikosinator. I appreciate it very much. But Irator and oh my gosh, all of the alerts are going off at the same time. That's crazy. Thank you all so much for the follow, Irator and Camel Pio. Apologies if I didn't get that quite right. As is tradition, though, y'all came in here from Right Night, and it looks like Firmth is also going strong with the Pyring, so we will pass you right along over there. Raid Firmth. Double check I got the name right. I did. Might be a shorter stream, but that'll just give more time to reflect on the game's ending. Okay, if I'm really close to the game's ending, then I think next one will be finishing it too. So that'll be really awesome timing and everything. So that sounds really great. I am currently making my way through Pyre, so the Pyre is going to be the next stream, but I tend to jump around to all sorts of different kinds of games. Right now I'm finishing off the currently released games from Supergiant. I have played through Hades, and then on stream I did Bastion, Transistor, and Pyre. Not sure exactly what I'll be going on to next, but with the holidays and weird schedule stuff for me going on, that's kind of up in the air anyway. But usual stream time, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern start time. Thank you very much to any and everyone who stopped by the stream today, whether you're here for a little bit, whether you're hanging out with us the whole time, whether you were lurking or stopped by and chatted or joined in the raid from Yakety Lilac. Very much appreciated that. And I hope you enjoy some more Pyre Right Nights as we continue this raid train going. Thank you very much again, everyone. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.